Silver prices were modestly higher on Monday, a bit of a change from the trend. We saw silver prices going back to Labor Day, trading around 20, and we've really been just trending lower ever since. A few hiccup trades higher, but ultimately the trend has been towards lower silver prices. We typically will focus on gold as our gauge for that, and gold prices have been up and down all over the map as well, but have held sort of a floor here. Silver prices have not. They've kind of been trading this wide range going back to the middle of the summer through Labor Day, which is about $15 to $20 range. Yeah, it's a pretty wide range for silver. Right now we're right near the midpoint of that at this point. And I think we're right now ahead of not only things like year end and what we have going on this week. There's a lot of what ifs, and I think that we should see that decline slow or stall. At least until we get some clarity. And right now the technicals are all pointing towards lower, so it might be a good place to look, because if things don't go as expected, if the central banks, Chinese or the UK elections or the economy or whatever, things don't go as expected, silver is going to be a cheap place to be able to hedge many of the investments that are out there. So right now holding the range, well off the highs, but again, it has been trending lower. And if you look at the positioning in silver, spec longs, you'd think after the big high was put in, you would have seen a massive drop in spec longs. We didn't see that. I think fast money came in and got out on that up print, because the next day we had the Chinese trade resolutions, optimism, whatever you want to call it. It took gold down its biggest in a long time. It took silver down its biggest in a long time. The stock market soared right after Labor Day. And that is really what has set the tone here. So the spec longs know where they're wrong. There's been a $15 low and a $20 high, and we're right now trading right in the middle. I think that if we trade south of $15 in silver, or for any sustainable period, maybe a settlement period, that's when you start to see some of those spec longs dump their positions. But they haven't done that yet. They've been holding on for quite some time. And again, as we head into year end, as we head into with all this event risk we have surrounding us, the market, I think that will be one reason why they hold on. So silver, again, looks to be an attractive buy. And if we look at how it trades against gold, certainly gold gets all the headlines, it gets all the what ifs, and it certainly is a much shinier metal. But at this point, if you go back, say even 2008, the ratio price between gold and silver was about 55 times. And if you look at price to gold to silver today, it's about 85 times. So the two metals, which had traded in tandem for so many decades, and there were a few quirks here and there, but we're seeing gold really explode a lot higher. So silver remains very cheap. Doesn't mean it'll appreciate faster anytime soon. It doesn't mean that this will all change. But if you're looking for a place where people aren't looking, well, silver might be one of those places. So at this point, with the head of the FOMC, the ECB, the UK elections, the China-US trade deal, the trade deal with whoever with the US, now we're talking about the North American, the new NAFTA trade deal that may go through any day, and equities on all-time highs. Yeah, it's a good hedge here to look at some other alternatives. And gold, while it is a good alternative, is very expensive. Silver is not. So silver right now still the overlooked baby brother to gold, but looking a little more attractive as we head into year end and all the event risk that surrounds it.